each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
High school baseball on KSOM.
And our national anthem has been played, and we're ready to go for baseball here this evening. Again, we do have weather coming to Audubon. We don't know when it will arrive. There's some that say 6, some that say later. Who knows? So we had a race last night to try and get the game in. It's going to be a similar race here this evening. Carson Wessel is the starting pitcher for the Audubon Wheelers, and here's the starting lineup he'll face as turned in by Riverside head coach Kyler Morgan. Cole Jepson, a sophomore, is at shortstop. He'll lead it off. Owen Fenner, a sophomore at second base, bats second. Victor Alfonso, a sophomore in left field, will hit third. Peyton Amdor is the pitcher for the Bulldogs, sophomore in the cleanup spot. Paxton Meek, a senior at first base, bats fifth. Aaron Smith at third base, a junior, he'll hit sixth. Keaton Rieken in center field and a senior, he's in the seventh spot. Dane Martins, the designated hitter for Riverside, a junior, bats eighth. He'll bat for Lucas Doyle in right field. And Kellen Oliver is the catcher and a senior, and he will bat ninth. And we have pretty much cloudy skies here tonight in Audubon. A little bit of a wind that seems to be blowing in a little bit. 77 degrees here at game time. Wind is out of the south at 8 miles an hour. So Wessel, who actually pitched last night for Audubon, he didn't throw very many pitches and didn't go very long for Audubon, is going to get the start tonight. Might be a bullpen by committee for Eric Borkowski's squad. We'll see how it goes. They were due to start at 5. We're going to start a little bit early. Cole Jepson stands in the box. We're ready to go. And the first pitch of the ball game is low for ball one. First pitch tonight is at 4:54. 6 minutes early. Trying to get as much as they can in tonight before any kind of rains arrive. Wessel's 1-0 pitch is up high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to count to Jepson, hitting .324 with 10 RBIs on the season. The 2-0 from Wessel, swung on and fouled away, up and away on the first base side, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Can't even see really the scoreboard, so we're going to have to be very diligent on our count tonight. The 2-1 to Jepson. And a swing of his for strike 2. And it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jepson. Not a very tall hitter, so it makes it for a tougher target for the pitcher. Wessel, who is a tall right-hander. And the 2-2, a high one, and a swing of his for strike 3. And Jepson is retired. 1 away, top of the first. Will bring on Owen Fenner. Defensively behind Wessel, Mason Steckler in left field. Brody Schultes in center. Ryan Hermanson, the right fielder. Adam Obrecht at third. Jack Standerson, the shortstop. Aiden Kiergaard at second. Colton Hansen over at first. Gabe Jensen, the catcher. And Carson Wessel's first pitch to Owen Fenner is fouled back out of play, 0-1. For Wessel, he's been used mostly in relief as of late, but he gets the start here tonight for Borkowski's squad. It's his 3rd start of the year, 5th overall appearance. Here's a ground ball, rolled to short. Standerson up with it, goes to first. Hustling hard was Fenner, but the throw beat him by about a step. And the throw kind of sailed a little low, and Hansen had to dig it out. And there's 2 gone in the opening frame for Victor Alfonso. The numbers on Wessel: he is a 1-2 record, a 9.10 ERA. He's allowed 23 runs, 13 earned on 20 hits in his 10 innings of work this season. He's walked 9 and struck out 16. First pitch to Alfonso in there for a strike. There's the scoreboard. It just suddenly arose and lit up And it's 0-1 to Alfonso. And he swings and fouls that one back to the screen. And it's 0-2. And it didn't move our camera. Fletcher is here, and he's got the camera attached to the back screen. So but it's in the line of fire. And Alfonso, he hit the backstop, but the camera didn't move. And Alfonso waves at it, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Riverside goes in order in the first. 3 up, 3 down. Your score, Riverside 0, Audubon coming to bat here on KSOM.
Emerald Chevrolet in Audubon, formerly Christensen Motors, is your destination for unbeatable deals. We've got our biggest Chevy inventory ever, with rebates up to $6,500 and 0% APR for shorter terms on select models. See dealer for details. Every new vehicle is discounted, and used cars start at just $64.88. Trucks, SUVs, and more, all priced to move. Visit our all-new service department and mention this ad for a free tire rotation with any service. Plus, buy 3 tires, get the 4th for just $1. Emerald Chevrolet. No bull here, just great deals and friendly faces.
It's time to take advantage of the free after-season planning inspection from Vetter Equipment, your Case IH dealer in Audubon. That's right, free. And the best part, you don't even have to bring it in. We come to your farm. Plus, get 10% off all parts and labor during this limited time special. Call 712-563-4219 today to schedule your planner appointment. But hurry, this offer ends June 30th. Vetter Equipment, celebrating 50 years as your local Case IH dealer.
All right, no score as we go into the bottom of the first inning. Here's the starting lineup that Peyton Amdor, Riverside starter, will face, is turned in by Audubon head coach Eric Borkowski. Jack Standerson, senior at shortstop, will lead it off for the Wheelers. Brody Schultes, a junior in center field, will bat second. Carson Wessel, a junior, he's the starting pitcher for Audubon. He'll hit third. Colton Hansen, a senior first baseman in the cleanup spot. Gabe Jensen, a senior, he's the catcher. He'll bat fifth. Mason Steckler in left field at a senior. He'll hit sixth. Adam Obrecht, another senior, is at third base in the 7th spot. Ryan Hermanson, a junior in right field, will hit 8th. And Aiden Kiergaard, a freshman at second base, will bat 9th. And Standerson steps in on the right side of the box, and a breaking ball chopped up the middle. And what a jump that time by Amdor. He skied up there and got that ball and flips to first. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. But what a great job by Amdor. It would have been slowly hit if it got past him. Jemson would have been a much difficult play to get the speedy Standerson at first base. So 1 pitch, 1 out here at the bottom of the first, and that'll bring on Brody Schultes. No score here between these two Wick rivals. And the first pitch just a bit outside and high, and it's sealed all the way back to the screen. And it's 1 ball and no strikes to Schultes, hitting .342 with 3 RBIs on the season. We'll get you the defensive alignment here momentarily for the Dogs. And Amdor into the wind, the 1-0 pitch, and a swing and a miss. The bottom fell out of that one on the outside, and right over top of it was Schultes. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the outfield for Riverside, Victor Alfonso in left, Keaton Rican in center, Lucas Doyle is in right. The 1-1 pitch, and there's a slow chopper to short. Cole Jepson, and he does not make the play. Could not come up with it. He charged, and the ball went right underneath the mitt for an error. And our first miscue of the evening, and a 1-out base runner for Audubon will bring on Carson Wessel. Aaron Smith at third, Jemson making that mistake at short. Owen Fenner is at second. Paxton Meek is at first base. Kellen Oliver, the catcher, and Peyton Amdor on the mound for Riverside. Here's Carson Wessel. And the first pitch with the runner going is in there for a called strike, and the throw bounces his way in there. And sliding to the top side of the bag is Schultes, and he has his 9th steal of the year. So it's 0-1 to Wessel, hitting .333 with 13 runs batted in on the season, and he's got a man in scoring position at second in Schultes. That's a chopper right in front of the plate. Wessel doesn't realize it's fair. It's a fair ball. He doesn't run. Now the throw to first is in time to get Wessel. He didn't realize it was a fair ball. It landed just in front of the batter's box. Literally an old-fashioned Baltimore chop, and unfortunately, Wessel didn't run. Down to third goes Schultes. But the catcher, Oliver, pounced on it as soon as he could after the ball was hit up into the air, and it finally fell and just stopped on the dirt. And a good breaking ball in there for a called strike to Colton Hansen. 0-1. So a runner at third, 2 out, no score. Hansen hitting 161. He's got 4 RBIs, looking for number 5. With a runner 90 feet away to give Audubon the lead. The 0-1. And that squirts away. Back to the screen. Here comes Schultes. And he will score. And it's 1-0 Audubon. It'll be an unearned run because Schultes reached on the error. But the Wheelers draw first blood as it worked out for Audubon somehow to get that run across. Wessel was able to move the runner to third, even though he was thrown out. And the 0-2 pitch or the 0-1 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss by Hansen. Now it's 0-2 to Colton Hansen, so the bases are empty. And there's 2 outs. And the 2-strike pitch to Hansen in the dirt. And actually, that's the 1-2 pitch. Now it's 2-2 because that pitch was in the dirt and scored it back to the screen. There's a fair amount of foul territory, if I can use that term, a fair amount of foul territory behind home plate and up the lines here. The 2-2 pitch by Amdor misses low and inside, and the count is full. Last night, of course, we were in Greenfield, and I would say that foul territory right behind home plate was almost, not quite, but almost double the amount of space. The payout pitch is strike 3 called. Hansen thought it was ball 4. The umpire says otherwise, and Amdor gets out of the inning. But Audubon gets on the board. 1 run, no hits, an error, and nobody left aboard through the first inning. Audubon leads Riverside 1-0 here on KSOM.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
High school baseball on KSOM.
Peyton Amdor will lead things off for Riverside as we go to the second. 1-0 Audubon. Carson Wessel. First pitch squirts between the legs of Jensen for ball 1. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Mertz Welding, by Brumley Supplies, by Vetter Equipment, by Griffin CPA, and by Emerald Chevrolet. The 1-0 now to Amdor. And there's a swing and a bouncy ball at the second. Kiergaard is up with it. He'll go to first to Hansen. And Amdor is retired, and there's 1 away. Wessel, so far 4 up, 4 down, will bring on Paxton Meek.
That will be the first baseman, Paxton Meek.
These two teams met earlier in the season, and it was Riverside rolling its way to a 12-2 victory. But Audubon has been able to right the ship here as of late and play much better baseball. There's a swing and a miss by Meek. 0-1. Off-speed pitch, a good one by Wessel. Meek hitting 371 with 7 RBIs on the season. The 0-1, and there's a liner right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Meek. Schultes will get it in. No perfect game for Wessel. And a 1-out base runner for the Bulldogs will bring on Aaron Smith. Audubon comes into this game. They've won 3 in a row. All of them were close ball games. 2 of them were walk-off victories for the Wheelers. And they have played much better ball. They've used a kind of a rotational basis pitching-wise. Wessel has started a couple of games. Lately, he's been pitching out of the bullpen. A breaking ball is outside and low to Aaron Smith. 1 ball to no strikes to the Riverside third baseman, hitting 381 with 3 RBIs. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Smith. Wessel, in his last outing, threw 3 innings against West Central Valley. But that was a while ago. And there's a strike called to Smith. And it's 1-2 now. Smith looked to bunt and took the bat back, take a strike. 1-2 on a missed bunt by Smith. So Wessel hasn't thrown in a while. And so he gets the call here tonight. The 1-2 and a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Smith is retired. Third strikeout for Carson Wessel. Looks pretty sharp, at least in the early goings here. 2 out now for Keaton Rieken. Meek the runner at first with a 1-out single. Rieken takes a breaking pitch, is up and in for ball 1. Keaton hitting 136. He does have a home run and 6 runs batted in. 1-0 Audubon. The 1-0 to Rieken. Breaking ball doesn't break as much as I think Wessel wanted to. It's up high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Rieken. Rieken from the right side, a senior, heading to Morningside for swimming. The 2-0, there's a strike at the knees by Wessel on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Rieken is going to major in aviation. Maybe we saw a helicopter land here at Audubon on the way. There's a swing and a miss by Rieken, and it's even at 2-2. I would imagine there's a lot of good job opportunities for aviation. Pilots make a heck of a lot more than radio guys, I'll tell you that much. Runner at first, deuces wild, and a swing and a miss for strike 3, and Wessel has 4 Ks in the first 2 frames. For Riverside, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Audubon here on KSOM.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic. And then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
High school baseball on KSOM.
So the Wheelers on top of the Bulldogs 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. Gabe Jensen will lead things off for Audubon. The catcher and a senior. One of 4 seniors in a row for the Wheelers. And a breaking ball by Peyton Amdor is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Jensen hitting .212. He's got 5 runs batted in on the season. A wonderful complex here in Audubon. We're a stone's throw away from the big old bull, which is not that a couple of blocks away. That pitch low by Amdor. 2 balls and no strikes to Jensen. I realized before I talk more about our surroundings here, got to give you the numbers on Amdor, which I did not give, I believe, in the first inning. The 2-0 pitch and off speed just missed. Very close pitch. This is the 3rd start of the year for Amdor. In his 5 2/3 innings in his previous 2 starts, he has a 17.29 ERA. So he is looking for a successful outing, and the 3-0 pitch is up and in, and it hits Mr. Jensen in the back. And for Peyton Amdor, that is his 3rd at-batter of the season. He's allowed 20 runs. 14 earned on 11 hits, 10 walks, 8 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .282 against him. Audubon has the lead, but they don't have a hit. They have a hit batter. Jensen on first. Here's Mason Steckler now. And Amdor now from the stretch. And the first pitch is a strike call to the outside corner to Steckler. He's hitting .235 with 3 RBIs on the season. We're on just off of Highway 71. It goes by here at Audubon. I mean, Waspy's truck stop is within full view. The runner goes, and the pitch is low. The throw is off line, and a stolen base for the Wheelers. I believe we have a courtesy runner on second base for Audubon. And I can't find the number. swing, and there's a ground ball hit towards the middle. Ranging over at second is Fenner. He'll make the short flip to first, and that's in time. And there's one out here in the second inning. The runner is Jorgen Nowatzki, and he goes down to third. So Nowatzki, now 90 feet away, he's running for Jensen, the courtesy runner. Remember, you can courtesy run for pitchers and catchers. One out for Adam Obrecht. He hits down in the lineup, but it's working out because he's got an RBI opportunity. He's not going to get that chance to drive in a run because a breaking ball by Amdor hit him in the back of the helmet. It was not thrown very hard, but that's still going to sting a little bit. It hit right in the back of the helmet of Obrecht. And so Amdor missed badly with that one. And he's got 2 hit by pitches so far here in the second inning. And that'll bring on the 8-hitter, Ryan Hermanson. I love the view from ballparks and how every park is different. I mean, the difference between baseball and football, one of the biggest differences is the parks. Breaking ball, runner goes at first. Obrecht, he's going to get in easily. The breaking ball is way outside. Oliver had to reach out to grab it. 1-2 strikes to Hermanson, hitting 150. He now has 2 in scoring position, and he can more than double his RBI total of 1. The 1-0. And that one is low and outside, and it's 2 strikes to Hermanson. Here you look on Highway 71, and the traffic is going by, but the rolling hills off in the distance make it a wonderful view. The 2-0, and that's bounced to first. The throw comes home, the tag, and he's safe. Nowatzki slides underneath the tag of Oliver. Meek took a little bit of time to throw home, and that extra time allowed Nowatzki to slide in safely. Hermanson will not get a hit. He'll get a fielder's choice, but he will get an RBI, and Audubon leads 2-0.
That will be second baseman, Aiden.
Obrecht is down to third. And runners on the corners for Aiden Kiergaard, the 9-hitter. Could be something on here. Don't know how good of a bunter Kiergaard is. Well, you got runners on the corners. Riverside is cheating in a little bit on the corners. Breaking ball runner at first goes. The pitch is a strike. Cutting off the throw is Jepson, the shortstop, and he was ready to go home with it. But Obrecht stayed right where he is. Hermanson will get a stolen base, the second of the inning for Audubon. 0-1 to Kiergaard, hitting 143 with 5 RBIs on the year. And a breaking ball, and that hit off the catcher, bounces away, and the throw is thrown away. 1 run is in. Now backing up is Hermanson. After backing up the throw was Fenner at second. So a crazy play there. It will result in a 3-0 advantage for Audubon. A wild pitch. You could say maybe an error, but I don't think you'll call it. It's definitely a mental miscue by Riverside, but it's a wild pitch officially that scores Obrecht, and Hermanson moves to third on the pitch. And a breaking ball. There's a strike called for Amdor to Kiergaard, and it's 1-2. So right now, Amdor still is not allowed a base hit. The 1-2 pitch, and that gets away. That's all the way back to the screen. And Hermanson comes in and scores easily. And it's 4-0 Audubon. So 2 wild pitches thrown by Amdor, and that's going to bring Kyler Morgan, the head coach for Riverside, to the mound. So the first run is completely unearned. That was in the bottom of the first, and then Amdor comes out and hits Gabe Jensen. Nowatzki comes in to run, and he takes off, steals second, goes to third as well. Obrecht on the grounder by Steckler. Then Obrecht, he gets hit by a pitch. So runners at first and third. Obrecht takes off, and he is able to steal second, but with Hermanson, he scored Nowatzki on a grounder to first. Meek tried to come home with it, but beating the throw that time was Obrecht. Or actually, Jensen scored on the Watsky scored, I should say, on the fielder's choice. And then Obrecht and Hermanson scored on back-to-back wild pitches. 2-2 now to Kiergaard. But the base is empty. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout for Amdor. So there's 2 out, bases empty. Jack Standerson on the top of the lineup for Audubon. So 2 at batters, a fielder's choice. 2 wild pitches. Account for 3 runs for Audubon in this inning. And they still do not have a base hit, and yet have a 4-0 lead over Amdor and Riverside. Frustrating beginning for the Bulldogs. First pitch now to Standerson. There's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Amdor's last start came against Tri-Center, and that was about 5 days ago. He went 5 innings, but allowed 10 earned runs in that start. The breaking ball is inside, 1-1 to Standerson. They came on 7 hits. He had a high strikeout count, 8 strikeouts, but he walked 6 and threw 104 pitches against the Trojans in that game. So it's kind of hit or miss. Feast or famine, if you will, for Amdor. And the 1-1 pitch is up high. 2-1 now to Standerson, who grounded back to Amdor, made a nice jumping stab at it, and robbed Standerson of perhaps a hit. Now the 2-1. Swing, and there's a drive hit into deep right, backing up and over the shoulder. Doyle can't make the play. Standerson on his horse. He is rounding second, and he's going for 3. The cutoff from Fenner. The throw is not in time. It's a 2-out triple for Jack Standerson. A hard hit ball. You knew it right off the bat that it was going to go a ways, and Doyle could not make the play on it. It went over his head all the way to the wall. They threw it in. He got it into Fenner. Fenner's throw was a little offline. Morgan comes out briefly to talk to the umpire. I don't know what it was about, unless he may have missed a base rounding second, perhaps, but I don't know. In that case, they would appeal. So I don't know what the conversation is. It's about something else. Umpire still has some words with Morgan as he settles in behind the dish. And Schultes now the batter. 4-0 Audubon and a 2-out triple. It's a no-hitter, no more. First hit of the game for Audubon. A high one and a swing by Schultes, and he fouls it back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Schultes reached on an error in the first inning. And, of course, later scored on a wild pitch. 3 runs have come in on wild pitches so far from Amdor. The 0-1 and a hard hit ground ball to second, but right at Fenner, scoops it up, flips to first in time, and the side is retired. But Audubon scores 3 runs on 1 hit. There were 2 wild pitches, 2 hit batters, and 1 man left aboard. Through 2 innings, it's Audubon 4, Riverside nothing here on KSOM.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
High school baseball on KSOM.
So 4-0 Audubon. Carson Wessel has only allowed 1 base runner in the first 2 innings against the Riverside Bulldogs. And Dane Martins, the 8-hitter, will lead things off for the Dogs. There's news yesterday from Audubon as They've accepted an invitation to join the Rolling Valley Conference, so they're on their way out of the Western Iowa Conference. So if these two teams meet in a couple of years, it'll be a non-conference game. First pitch to Martins is in there for a called strike. The designated hitter is just 1 for 3 on the season. The 0-1 from the tall right-handed Wessel, and it misses low and inside. It's even at a ball at a strike. Cam Manning is expected to follow them if they haven't already. Haven't heard anything there yet. The 1-1 pitch. That's a floater into shallow right, but drifting in and over towards the line is Hermanson. He gets underneath, gravity prevails, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Bring on Kellen Oliver for Riverside. So Audubon is the smallest school in the Western Iowa Conference currently, and they'll be the second largest in the Rolling Valley. They'll be in with their rival Cam and Coon Rapids Bayard, Woodbine. First pitch to Oliver is up high for ball 1. He's hitting .290 with 5 RBIs. Wessel misses with a fastball high. 2 balls and no strikes. 4-0 Audubon. 1 out, nobody on here at the top of the 3rd. Wessel moving swiftly, and the 2-0 breaking ball just misses. 3-0 now to Oliver. Riverside wearing yellow jerseys, white pants, and the navy blue helmets. And Audubon, that's a 4-pitch walk. That one's low in the dirt. First walk allowed by Wessel. Top of the order, Alan Cole Jepson. Audubon wearing their whites with the red pinstripes. They got the script Audubon Wheelers across the front in red caps. Jepson steps in with Oliver at first. The first pitch is a little high for ball 1. Jepson struck out his first time up. A .324 hitter for Riverside. The 1-0. Breaking ball, that's a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch by Wessel. And it's even at a ball at a strike. The clouds are just sort of lazy right now, bluish gray. That one fouled up into the clouds and back out of play. 1-2 now to Jepson. There's no telling when the rains will come, but right now it doesn't look like there's any electricity with those clouds. Jepson reaches for it and fouls that one away on the first base side. I like how the trees are right behind the dugout as if they're guarding the parking lot. You need trees to guard the foul territory, to protect people's vehicles from the foul balls. The 1-2 and a breaking ball. One hopper right back to the circle. Fielded there and thrown to second for 1. And the throw is airmailed. Hits the dugout and the plywood. The dugout has actually got wood on the outside of it. It hit the wood of the dugout and bounced back to the first base line. Audubon trying to turn 2, but Standerson's throw just, I think Hansen, even if he had a step ladder, probably would have been able to get it. Jepson reaches on a fielder's choice. 2 outs now for Owen Fenner. Audubon 4 runs on 1 hit in the first 2 frames. Runner goes, the pitch is a strike, and holding on to the ball, actually dropping the ball, is Jensen. And it's a stolen base for Jepson. That's his 13th of the year. And it's 0-1 to Fenner, who's 0 for 1. He grounded his short his first time up. The 0-1. That's a hard hit ball into left center field. Diving attempt by Steckler. Can't come up with it. Backing it up is Schultes. Rounding third, though, is Jepson. He'll score easily. And Owen Fenner gets Riverside on the board with a 2-out RBI double. And it's 4-1 Audubon. What a solid hit by Fenner. I mean, he knew. It was almost like he knew that pitch was coming. His 4th double of the year, his 5th extra base hit. Jepson easily comes in. Here's Victor Alfonso now. And the first pitch is a little low to the left-hander. 1 ball and no strikes. So a 2-out double by Fenner gets the Bulldogs on the board. Big hit there. And Wessel misses just outside. Boy, the last 2 pitches, that one didn't miss by much. The first one was a tad low, but that was close to the zone. Now the 2-0 And that one is lifted up into the air to right. And overrunning the ball is the right fielder Hermanson. And that will be a hit. Alfonso dives into second, and he's gunned out. Backing up was Schultes. Wise backup, but Fenner scores before the out recorded. And the Bulldogs get an RBI base hit from Alfonso, his 7th RBI of the year, but he's thrown out trying to stretch it to 2. What a great job by Schultes to back up Hermanson in right center and then got the ball in time to gun out Alfonso. For the Bulldogs, they get 2 runs on 2 hits and nobody left aboard. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's now 4-2 Audubon here on KSOM.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Need help with bookkeeping and payroll? At Griffin CPA in Audubon, we've got you covered. Hi, I'm Brady Griffin. At Griffin CPA, we offer personalized accounting and tax services tailored to fit your needs, whether you're an individual or a business. We are accepting new clients and would love to show you the difference at Griffin CPA. Call us today for your free consultation. Call 712-563-2040. That's 712-563-2040. Griffin CPA in Audubon, where your financial success is our top priority.
High school baseball on KSOM.
First pitch by Peyton Amdor. Peyton Amdor is in the dirt to Carson Wessel. 1 ball, no strikes. Audubon now up 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch and a breaking ball to Chopper, hit to short. High hop, juggled immediately, but then picked back up. Safe at first. Jepson, a little juggle. And then Meek also juggled it at first base. I don't know who gets that error, but it's definitely an error. And the leadoff man aboard for the Wheelers here in the top of the 3rd inning. Second error of the game for Riverside. We'll bring on Colton Hansen. He's a 161 hitter. We'll see if this is a bunting situation for Hansen. Nope, it's going to swing away. Breaking ball right down the middle for a called strike. Nothing to one to Hansen, who struck out looking his first time up against Amdor. Well, the last time these two teams played, it was Audubon who was making mistakes. They had 8 errors in the game against Riverside and a 12-2 loss. That time, Stannerson pitched in the ballgame, throw to first, and diving back to the bag is Wessel. Or excuse me, it wasn't Stannerson. It was Jepson who pitched for Riverside. I think Stannerson pitched for Audubon, if I'm not mistaken. Breaking ball and a swing and a foul tip, and it's 0-2 now to Hansen. Jepson went 4 2/3 in that game against Audubon and allowed just 2 runs on 5 hits and had 8 strikeouts, 97 pitches in that ball game for Riverside. But things have kind of changed since that ball game. Audubon has been able to right the ship a little bit. Swing and a miss. Hansen is down on strikes for the second time. 3rd strikeout for Amdor. He needed that one after the leadoff man got aboard. 1 away for Gabe Jensen.
Great, Gabe Jensen.
Baseball's a funny game. I mean, you could go on a big losing streak and then suddenly turn things around. And it could maybe just be one thing. It could be a hitter that turns things around. Be a pitcher that suddenly gets hot. A breaking ball is outside and low to Jensen. 1 ball to no strikes. And Audubon suddenly have found ways to win here in their last 3 ball games. And they've done it not only coming from behind in many instances, but they've also done it with big innings. The 1-0 pitch to Jensen is in the dirt. Good block by Oliver. Wessel still at first, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Jensen, who reached on a hit by pitch, and his courtesy runner later scored. Against AHSTW, Audubon scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and they won that one 4-2. Come from behind win. 2-0, and that's fouled away on the first base side. Against ICAM Manning, they scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th. They built a 7-1 lead and went on to win that. Against West Central Valley, 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. They had trailed 5-0. They had scored 4 in the bottom of the 5th to start the comeback, 2 in the bottom of the 7th to win it. Runner Wessel goes. The pitch is high and inside. No throw. No slide. Wessel has it stolen easily. His 3rd steal of the year. 3 balls at a strike to count to Jensen. 1 out, 4-2. Audubon trying to look to extend their lead after giving up 2 in the top of the inning. 3-1 pitch is way outside, ball 4. So Jensen is aboard again. We'll see if they bring on Nowatzki to run for him. For Amdor, that's his first walk, but he has hit 2 batters. And once again, Audubon has runners on without the benefit of a hit. 2 on, 1 out for Mason Steckler. Talking to Kyler Morgan, he says we need to play better defense. We need to do fundamental baseball. We need to throw strikes. Fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. There's a strike. Good breaking ball in there by Amdor on the outside corner. 0-1 to Steckler. He grounded to second his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Morgan says we have to get back to the fundamentals. We have to do these things in order to win games. Breaking ball, a swing and a miss. Squirts away, though, from Oliver, and the runners will move up on the pass ball. So Wessel goes to third. Nowatzki now in scoring position at second. But Amdor's ahead of Steckler. He's got to ignore the runners now and focus on the hitter, even with 1 out. The corners are in. Smith at third and Meek at first. The 0-2 pitch. Another breaking ball, but it stays high and inside. And it's 1-2 now to Steckler. Both of these pitchers really don't throw that hard, but they're keeping hitters off balance the best they can with their breaking pitches. Off-speed stuff. The 1-2. There's a fastball. There's a strike. 3 called on the outside corner. He's been throwing breaking stuff. I just been talking about it, and he froze Steckler with a fastball. 4th strikeout now for Amdor. Big out there for Riverside to try and get out of this inning. 2 out, 2 on. Here's Obrecht now, who leads the team in RBIs. Now Audubon looking for a little 2-out lightning. Riverside got 2 with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. A big swing and a miss by Obrecht. Adam was hit by a pitch his first time up, later scored on a wild pitch. And Amdor will rock, fire, and deliver, and a breaking ball, and ducking out of the way of that one is Obrecht. That could have been the 3rd hit by pitch if Obrecht hadn't moved his head. 1 ball and 1 strike. Technically, you have to get out of the way of a pitch. It doesn't happen rarely. Umpire says, no, you don't get first base. Fastball is outside by Amdor, 2-1 to Obrecht, but it has happened. You do have to make an effort. If you don't, if you just kind of lean into it, then you're not going to get awarded the base. The 2-1 pitch, off speed inside. Just missed that one by Amdor, and it's 3-1 to Obrecht. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd, Audubon up 4-2. Amdor trying to get out of the inning. Audubon looking for more runs. Now the 3-1 pitch. Way outside, and it gets away. Takes a high hop. The throw is way late. Wessel scores, and it's 5-2. Another wild pitch. 4 wild pitches that have resulted in runs by Amdor. And this one comes on his 2nd walk. Nowatzki takes 3rd on the throw. So 2 out, and here is Ryan Hermanson. Just a tough break for Amdor, and the wild pitches are just coming at the absolute wrong moment. Now a snap throw to first base by Amdor, and diving back to the bag is Obrecht. His uniform will need laundry services after tonight. Hermanson, an RBI fielder's choice his first time up. Audubon now leads 5-2. That one is low, but a good job by Oliver to stab that one. 1 ball to no strikes to Hermanson. He only had 1 RBI coming in, but he doubled that total his last at bat. Amdor from the stretch. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a hard hit ground ball to second. Oh, takes a wicked hop right off of Fenner, and it bounces away. Nowatzki scores, and it is 6-2, Audubon. Oh, man, you just cannot give Fenner an error on that one. That's just got to be an RBI single.
Not too bad. We'll be second base.
Just a bad break for Fenner. He was right there, and it just took a wicked hop, and it hit him right up near the shoulder blade. And Nowatzki comes in, and it's 6-2 Wheelers. First pitch down to Kiergaard. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. And this Riverside team just cannot buy a break. Meanwhile, Audubon is getting all the breaks. They're thinking maybe this thing evens out after not getting much breaks early on. The 0-1, that's a chopper bounce to first. That takes a little bit of a high hop, but Meek was back on the play, and he was able to glove it, step on the bag, and that retires the side. For the Wheelers, though, they score a total of 2 runs on 1 hit. There was an error, and 2 men left aboard. Through 3 innings, it's Audubon 6 and Riverside 2 here on KSOM.
For farm supplies, see Brumley Supplies in Carson. General Farm Supplies, nuts and bolts, just about everything you need to get whatever is broke on your farm fixed. Need a new hydraulic hose belt? Brumley Supply can do that for you. Maybe you just need a couple of adapters or fittings. They can handle that too. Conveniently located just outside of Carson. Give them a call at 402-680-5471. For all your farm supply needs, Brumley Supplies in Carson.
Since 1952, the family-owned Mertz Welding has provided quality welding and fabrication in Carson. They specialize in rebuilding and remanufacturing everything from light to heavy equipment with a variety of machines and welders. There isn't a job Mertz Welding can't handle. For more information, stop in at the shop in the west end of Broadway in Carson, or give them a call at 712-484-3821. Mertz Welding is a proud sponsor of Riverside Athletics.
Great Amdor will lead things off for Riverside, but they're in a 6-2 hole as we start the 4th here on KSOM. Chris Varney along with you, Fletcher Toft alongside doing our video, powered by Nishtanet. Technically awesome. First pitch to Amdor in there for a called strike from Wessel. He's ready now, and a bouncing ball hit to second. Scooped up there by Kiergaard. Stumbles a bit. Finally gets the ball out of his mitt and able to retire Amdor, but not without a little bit of a drama. And there's 1 away here in the top of the 4th, and that'll bring on Paxton Meek.
After that will be
Riverside with 2 runs on 3 hits, but they've committed a couple of errors. And Audubon with the 6 runs on just 2 hits. First pitch to Meek, and that's lifted up into the air to left center field. It stays up there, and Steckler from left tracks it down for out. Actually, yeah, Steckler from left tracks it down for out number 2, and that'll bring on Aaron Smith.
Not bad.
Well, only 3 pitches so far for Wessel here in the 4th inning, so that's a dream to start. Smith, maybe he'll try and get Wessel to work a little bit here. And instead, he swings and misses at the off speed, and it's 0-1. Smith, Wessel's 3rd strikeout victim in the 2nd. Just with 2 outs in the 3rd is really Wessel made mistakes. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 2. Good curveball that time by Carson Wessel. He was the quarterback for Audubon in the fall, played basketball as well. Here's a high fly ball, hit somewhat deep to center, but it'll hang up in the air, and Schultes backs up. He gets underneath, gravity prevails, and he makes the catch. And the side is retired. The Bulldogs go in order in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 6-2 Audubon here on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
High school baseball on KSOM.
So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning and back to the top of the order, and Jack Stannerson will step in. Stannerson is 1 for 2 so far for the Wheelers. They lead it 6-2. Peyton Amdor still out there. Swing and a chopper. Coming on is Amdor, and he will apply the tag himself on Stannerson. And there's one pitch, one out here in the fourth inning. Brave play right there by Amdor to go after the tag. Anything can happen, but maybe he saw it was a little bit better angle than stopping and throwing. So I think that's what he decided to do. And it worked out. One away for Brody Schultes, who was 0 for 2, but reached on an error. And a first pitch is a swing and a miss for strike one. Schultes later scored on a wild pitch. Amdor's pitch, this one will be his 60th. Breaking ball, that's a strike called. It ended up in the dirt, but it came across the plate on the low part of the zone, so almost a perfect pitch by Amdor. Darn near unhittable. 0-2, the count to Schultes. Well, that one bounced in the grass in front of home plate. So after he threw maybe one of his most perfect pitches, that one, not so much. And that's the thing with the Riverside, and really for both of these teams, is consistency in their pitching. I mean, I talked about it at length last week with Eric Borkowski, head coach for Audubon. He says, we just don't know what we're getting with our pitching. He knows what we're getting with their hitting, and the same thing with Riverside. I mean, both of these teams were identical, really. The 1-2 pitch is low. 2-2, the count to Schultes from Amdor. And that one is low as well, and the count is full. Both of these teams, they're able to hit. They're able to find a way to produce runs. Not enough, but they're able to get hits. They probably need hits with 2 outs more often, or hits with runners in scoring position. Payoff pitch is fouled back to the screen by Schultes. But they have not been able to get consistent pitching whatsoever. For Riverside, I mean, they have a team ERA of 11.54, and you're just not going to win too many ball games without your pitching. Again, the payoff pitch, and it's tomahawked into center for a base hit. What a great swing by Schultes. That ball hung up in the air on an off-speed by Amdor, and Schultes just drilled it into center field for a 1-out single, and that'll bring on Carson Wessel. The team ERA for Audubon, that's 8.12, so a little bit better than Riverside, but not good enough to have a successful season. Runner goes, the pitch to Wessel, he checked his swing, it's a strike. The throw down to second is late. The ball was in the dirt a little bit, and so Oliver had to come up and try and make the throw. It took too much time, and Schultes has his second stolen base of the night and his 10th of the season. 6-2 Audubon with the lead. 0-1 the count to Wessel with 1 out. And Wessel let that one go high. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Wessel, who is 0 for 2. He has reached on an error and scored on a wild pitch. Also had a swinging bunt and was retired, thrown out by the catcher Oliver. That's a breaking ball that just misses inside. Not a bad pitch at all by Amdor, and he only missed by an inch. 2-1 to Wessel. Schultes takes his lead from second. Dancing behind him at second is Fenner. Off speed, low and inside by Amdor. 3-1 now to Wessel. 1 run in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third for Audubon. They've threatened every inning against Amdor. There's a strike on the outside corner. Threw a fastball, not hard, but he can be deceiving. If he keeps throwing breaking balls, then he comes back with a fastball. That might freeze hitters. Count is full now to Wessel. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a chopper back up the middle. Fenner can't get to it. It's out into center field for a base hit. Rounding third is Schultes, and he will score. It's an RBI base hit for Wessel, and Audubon leads 7-2. I've been talking about the big inning, and they've been getting 3, 2, now 1. They not getting the huge innings here, but they are getting nickel and dimed, and off Amdor. They're taking advantage of Amdor's mistakes, and they're getting base runners aboard and finding a way to get hits now. Here's Hansen. Oh, Amdor turns. He didn't even know the runner was going. Wessel goes into second without a throw. And that's just a case where Amdor gave up the RBI hit and just lost focus for a half a second. And I think the dugout is telling him about it, and Amdor is trying to settle back in, but it's not a good situation here for Riverside. They're down 7-2. The pitch, and that's a line drive. Fumbled a bit at third by Smith. Picks it up, and he throws it over the head of everybody. Heading to third is Wessel. He is rounding third. Here comes the throw from foul ground, and he is safe. And Audubon leads 8-2. Well, that will be, I think, at least one error. We'll call it infield single. And then definitely an error on the throw. So that is the third error of the ball game. Hansen will not get an RBI, I believe, although he may be credited with one. But runner at first, and now Gabe Jensen, the hitter. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss for strike one. He foul-tipped it into the mid of Oliver. Jensen has reached base twice, and his runner, Nowatzki, has scored twice. On a hit by pitch and a walk. Now 8-2, Audubon with the lead. And the 0-1. Swing, and there's a bouncing ball at the second. Fenner will go to second for one, and Jepson squeezes the mitt to get the out. Hansen is retired on the fielder's choice for Jensen. 2 outs now in the fourth. Well executed there. Fenner to Jepson at second to get the lead runner. And that'll bring on Mason Steckler. Steckler is the only, well, there's 2 players on the Wheelers lineup that has not reached base. Steckler and Kiergaard. Steckler 0 for 2 with a grounder, and he is struck out. 2 more runs in for Audubon here in the fourth inning, and the first pitch is low for ball 1. Steckler at 235 hitter. And Nowatzki running for Jensen at first. He's been a busy man tonight with Jensen getting on base 3 times. Nowatzki runs. The pitch is fouled back. Up and away and out of play. 1-1 to Steckler. Audubon, I mean, they were just losing ball games by bunches. They just had nothing going their way at all. And suddenly, these last 3 games, they're like a different team. There's a good breaking ball. It's dropped by Oliver, but it's in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count to Steckler. I mean, you're talking about just a frustrating situation for the Wheelers, who could not get anything on track. Runner goes, and that's fouled away on the first base side. And it stays 8-2. It's now 1-2. The count here to Mason Steckler. Amdor from the stretch. And that one's in the dirt. Man, Oliver's been a busy man tonight, but he kept that one in front of him. And Nowatzki has to stay at first. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count now to Steckler. 2 runs in this inning for Audubon. The deuces are wild here. Runner goes again. It's up and in. Ball 3. Late throw, and Nowatzki has it stolen. Back on June 4th, Audubon lost to Martinsdale St. Mary's 24-3. They lost to Trainer 17-2, 21-6 to Logan Magnolia, 13-3 to Missouri Valley. But since that Mo Valley game, they've been much better. That one fouled back again, out of play by Steckler, and the count stays full. Really, Borkowski said back in late May, they played a game against Trice Center. They were supposed to play the rematch last night, but it got postponed. They'll make it up later in June. And they lost a dogfight to the Trojans, 16-14. 3-2 pitch. That's a strike three called on the outside corner. Good pitch by Amdor, but the damage done here for Audubon in the fourth. They scored twice on 3 hits. There was an error and 1 man left aboard. We head to the 5th. It's 8-2 Audubon here on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
High school baseball on KSOM.
2 Audubon in the lead as we head to the 5th inning here on KSOM. Chris Varney along with you. Fletcher Toft running our video tonight, which is powered by Nishtanet. And like Fletcher, technically awesome. See, I got a smile on his face. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Rican. It's going to be Eli Hudnall that will bat in the 7th spot. And Rican will be allowed to re-enter. First pitch from Carson Wessel is low for ball 1. Hudnall, this is his first at-bat of the year. He's been largely used as a pinch runner. The 1-0 and a swing and a miss for strike 1. That pitch by Wessel, his pitch count is way down. 47 pitches is all for Wessel as we enter the 5th. The 1-1 pitch is up high. 2 balls at his strike now to Hudnall. He hasn't allowed very many base runners, has Wessel. Got a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th and the 1st. There's a strike at the knees, 2-2. Gave up a 1-out single in the 2nd. Riverside scored their 2 runs with 2 outs in the 3rd. 8-2 Wheelers, the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. For Wessel, that is strikeout number 5. 1 away for Dane Martins, the due hitter, and he will bat.
Dane Martin.
Riverside needs base runners. Find a way to get some hits, but they've only had 3, and Wessel has kept them off balance all night long. First pitch to Martins, and a breaking ball low for ball 1. Martins 0 for 1. He flied to right his first time up. The 1-0 pitch. And there's a strike that floated on the outside corner. 1-1 to Martins. He's facing the bottom of the order right now. Riverside will have the top of the lineup coming up potentially in the 6th. Here's a one-hopper back to the mound, fielded by Wessel. Underhand flip to first. Hansen squeezes the mitt. And there's 2 outs here in the 5th. And that'll bring on Kellen Oliver. It will be up to Riverside to try and shut down Audubon in the bottom of the lineup in the bottom of the 5th. But they have not been able to shut the door on Audubon in any inning yet. First pitch to Oliver is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Oliver reached on a walk in the 3rd inning and eventually retired on a fielder's choice. by Jepson, who would score on a double by Fenner, who would score on a single by Alfonso. And Wessel into the wind. That last pitch was a strike. The 0-2, he reaches for it, and he got a piece of it and fouled it. It scored it back to the screen. And Oliver stays alive. Just has not gone Riverside's way at all so far in this one. Audubon has been on top of him from the get-go. 2-strike pitch, and a chopper slowly hit the third. Obrecht, one-handed. High throw, and it puts Hansen off the bag, and the ball gets over his head anyway. There's the first error of the game on the Wheelers. They had 8 against Riverside the first time around. Only 1 tonight so far. A 2-out base runner for the Bulldogs. And top of the lineup, here's Cole Jepson. Skies above maintain their grayness. That one squirts all the way back to the screen. And suddenly the mistakes that Riverside made, Audubon is doing it here in the 5th. And Oliver moves to second on the wild pitch. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Jepson, is 0 for 2. Unfortunately, though, for Riverside, it comes with 2 outs. There's a strike on the outside corner. Off speed that time by Wessel, floats in right on the outside corner. 1-1 to Jepson, a .324 hitter. He's got a runner at second, but there are 2 away. Swing, and that's fouled way out of play over the trees on the first base side and heading towards the windshield. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't want to see anybody's car have a baseball in its front seat. The 1-2, and then there's a fastball outside and low. It's even out of Jepson at 2-2. You got to be wary. You got to have a strategy when you park at high school ball games. Can't park too close. 2-2 pitch, and that's a chopper on the left side. Big hole, and it finds its way to left field for a base hit. Rounding third is Oliver, and the throw home. No tag. He slides in safe. And Riverside is cut it to 8-3. Taking second on the throw is Jepson. It'll be an unearned run because of the error. But a big hit with the shortstop Stannerson paying attention to the runner at second. That allowed a big hole on the left side. And that's one of those seeing-eye singles. First pitch to Fenner. Hit up the middle. Deflected in his Wessel. Recovers. Goes to first. And it's away. It got away from Hansen. Scoring is Jepson, and it's 8-4. Somehow the ball got away. And another error on the Wheelers. And 2 runs have come in with 2 outs for Riverside here in the 5th. 2 errors. The hit by Jepson in between. And here's Alfonso now. First pitch is low for ball 1. All of Riverside's runs have come with 2 outs. Alfonso is 1 for 2. Got an RBI hit his last time up. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Victor Alfonso. A .394 hitter. With this inning, there's a chance we get to the 7th that these same hitters will have another shot. Swing, and that's tomahawked way foul over the trees on the first base side. That might hit the bull. It was hit so far. Might hit the big old bull. 1-2, the count to Alfonso. No, it won't hit the bull. The bull is like a couple of blocks away. Big old bull when you come into Audubon. The 1-2, he reaches for it and chops it foul on the first base side. You know what? That was a foul ball, but that was Alfonso eyed that. He was just out in front of it. That was a breaking ball that hung over the plate. And if you just waited a half a second, he might have been able to drill that one. The 1-2, that just missed outside. Good eye by Alfonso there. Taking off his Fenner. There's no throw. It's a stolen base for Fenner, his 4th of the year. He was pretty much ignored, so he decided to take second. 2-2 to Alfonso with 2 outs. And Wessel just missed down low with that pitch. Tried to get kind of a dipsy-do fastball that, like a four-seamer that drove low on that one. A lot of movement and just missed the zone. And now the payoff pitch. Swing, and Alfonso's out in front of it and fouls that one away on the first base side. And we'll do it all again. 8-4, Audubon with the lead. Riverside not going quietly into the good night. We're still in the top of the 5th. Still time to get back at this ball game. The payoff again. That could have been ball 4. It's popped up and back and out of play. I didn't see where the ball went. I looked up and it was coming back our way. And I was like, I got to be wary if that ball. I can't be hit by a foul ball because we're directly up against the screen. That pitch is low and inside by Wessel, and Alfonso gets a walk. So Wessel, that's his second bases on balls. Fenner stays at second. There's still 2 outs, and Peyton Andor now the batter. Well, Wessel's pitch count has skyrocketed up to 73. Starting the inning, it was just approaching 50, but he's thrown about 25 pitches. There's a good breaking ball in there for a called strike to Andor. Peyton is 0 for 2, so you're a Riverside fan, you'd say he's due. He has grounded out to second twice. The 0-1, and he drills that one into left. That's going to be a base hit past Obrecht. Oh, was that caught? He hammered it. It was hit right to short. I'm sorry. It was hit to short. It was caught by Stannerson, and that will retire to side. Honestly, I saw Obrecht react to it, but it was hit right at Stannerson. He made the catch, and the side is retired. A hard hit ball by Andor, robbed of a hit on the liner. But for Riverside, 2 runs, a hit, 2 errors, and 2 left aboard. We go to the bottom of the 5th now, 8-4 Audubon here on KSOM.
It's time to take advantage of the free after-season planning inspection from Vetter Equipment, your Case IH dealer in Audubon. That's right, free. And the best part, you don't even have to bring it in. We come to your farm. Plus, get 10% off all parts and labor during this limited time special. Call 712-563-4219 today to schedule your planner appointment. But hurry, this offer ends June 30th. Vetter Equipment, celebrating 50 years as your local Case IH dealer.
Emerald Chevrolet in Audubon, formerly Christensen Motors, is your destination for unbeatable deals. We've got our biggest Chevy inventory ever, with rebates up to $6,500 and 0% APR for shorter terms on select models. See dealer for details. Every new vehicle is discounted, and used cars start at just $64.88. Trucks, SUVs, and more, all priced to move. Visit our all-new service department and mention this ad for a free tire rotation with any service. Plus, buy 3 tires, get the 4th for just $1. Emerald Chevrolet. No bull here, just great deals and friendly faces.
466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlanta.
High school baseball on KSOM.
So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nice play defensively in the infield to end that inning, but Riverside got 2 on. It's 2 across. 8-4 Audubon. Adam Obrecht will lead things off for the Wheelers. First pitch from Amdor goes low for ball 1. 8-4 now. Wheelers on top for Amdor. Now up to 83 pitches. You can throw a max of 110. The 1-0 fastball is high. 2 balls, no strikes to Obrecht. Audubon, if they could have kept him off the board, come into this inning with an 8-2 lead, they would have needed just 4 runs to end the game here in the bottom of the 5th. But Riverside stays alive. There's a swing and a miss. Way out in front of it is Obrecht. Good pitch by Amdor. 2-1. Obrecht, no at bat so far. He's got 2 plate appearances. But a hit by pitch, a walk, and a run scored. 4 wild pitches allow runs, or 3 wild pitches allow. No, I'm sorry, I was right the first time. 4 wild pitches. That one misses inside. 3-1 to Obrecht. 391 hitter. Wessel finally ran into some issues in the 5th. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Good pitch. Floats right on the outside corner of the upper part of the zone. The count is full to Obrecht. 7, 8, 9 for Audubon here in the 5th inning. And the payoff. And just missed outside. Obrecht didn't know. He looked back at the umpire, says, was that ball 4? And he will take his base, and that is the 3rd walk allowed by Amdor. He's hit 2 batters. Ryan Hermanson will step in. We'll see if the Wheelers decide to play a little small ball, try to get some of those runs back. Nope, Hermanson looks to swing away, and the first pitch is high for ball 1. Hermanson got an RBI infield single his last time up, and an RBI fielder's choice. Audubon has gotten somebody on and scored every half inning against Amdor. The 1-0. Runner goes. The pitch is high and inside, and the throw way late. Obrecht has his 2nd stolen base of the night and 6 of the season. For Riverside, I mean, he's just got 2 runs. You got to find a way to get out of this inning with nothing more across and give your team a chance in the 6th and 7th. But so far, no luck. Breaking ball by Amdor just misses outside, and he falls behind Hermanson, the 8-hitter. 3 balls and no strikes. Hermanson only had 1 RBI coming in. He's driven in 2. The 3-0. There's a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Ryan Hermanson, the Wheeler right fielder. The gray won't go away up in the sky. It's been with us all night long, but we've only felt a drop or 2. Let's keep it at that. Now the 3-0 pitch to Hermanson. Swing out of his. Our 3-1 pitch. Now it's 3-2. So the count is full to Ryan Hermanson. Obrecht is at 2nd. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. 4-run lead for the Wheelers against Riverside. And now the payoff pitch. Swing and a hard ground ball. Hit the 2nd, but it stops in the grass. It slowed it down anyway. Fenner goes to 1st. Plenty of time. 1 away. Down to 3rd goes Obrecht. We're here on KSOM and Audubon Atlantic. Chris Varney along with you. Fletcher Toft doing our video. Powered by Nishtanet. Here's Aiden Kiergaard, the 9-hitter. Does Audubon dare try to put on a squeeze bunt here? With the 9-hitter up, runner at 3rd, 1 out. Good opportunity for that. Nope. Kiergaard stares at strike 1 on the outside corner. Kiergaard is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded to 1st. 0 for 2. The 0-1. And there's a hard line drive base hit into right center field. And scoring easily is Obrecht. Kiergaard gets his 6th RBI of the year. It's 9-4. Man, that was just hit hard. I mean, you heard the ping on that one. And that might knock Peyton Amdor from the game. Kyler Morgan, the pitch coach, or the coach for Riverside. Amdor's hit 96 pitches. And he might have hit his peak, and that's going to be it for Peyton Amdor. So a pitching change timeout for Riverside as they will bring on a new hurler. Amdor will stay in the game, but we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return. 9-4, Audubon with the lead. Back after this on KSOM.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
High school baseball on KSOM.
So the new pitcher is Victor Alfonso, sophomore. He's making his 5th appearance of the year. He has 3 starts, 2 relief appearances, 1-2 record, a 7.60 ERA. Opponents hitting .290 against him. He's thrown 15 2/3 innings and allowed 27 runs, 17 earned on 27 hits, 14 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. And Alfonso on in relief of Peyton Amdor, who went 4 1/3 innings, and he allowed a total of 9 runs at the moment. It came on 6 hits. He walked 3, and I believe he struck out 5. But the problem was 4 wild pitches, and they all scored runs. Wild pitch with 1 out in the first. Back-to-back wild pitches in the second. Scored runs. Another wild pitch with 2 with 1 out in the third. All scored runs, plus 3 errors by Riverside behind him. Didn't help as well. So Jack Stannerson, the top of the lineup, up for Audubon. Kiergaard, the runner at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, 9-4 Wheelers. Alfonso's first pitch, and it's squib foul behind home plate. Nothing to 1 to Stannerson. He got a triple in the second inning. That's his only hit of the night, 1 for 3. He's bounced out twice, back to the mound. Alfonso on in relief of Amdor. It's going to be hard to say how many of those. And he hasn't started in about a week. Audubon has been using a lot of different pitchers throughout the season. Wessel has seen a lot of time in relief. Hasn't started a game in a while. But he has looked masterful at times tonight. Now the 2-2 offering to Rican. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Wessel strikes out the side here in the 6th. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Audubon still holding a 9-4 lead here on KSOM.
Since 1952, the family-owned Mertz Welding has provided quality welding and fabrication in Carson. They specialize in rebuilding and remanufacturing everything from light to heavy equipment with a variety of machines and welders. There isn't a job Mertz Welding can't handle. For more information, stop in at the shop in the west end of Broadway in Carson, or give them a call at 712-484-3821. Mertz Welding is a proud sponsor of Riverside Athletics.
Rican Funeral Homes are caring, experienced professionals who understand that each family is unique and honors the lives of those they serve. Marty and Christy Rican at Rican Funeral Homes with locations in Oakland and Griswold.
Schaefer Roofing provides the highest quality products, workmanship, and service. They specialize in roofs, siding, gutters, and windows. Schaefer Roofing, 1-800-996-7321, or visit SchaeferRoofs.com.
High school baseball on KSOM.
All right, so we go to the bottom of the 6th. We're back on YouTube as well at Western Iowa Today TV. And while you missed us on video, what a job by Carson Wessel as he struck out the side of the 6th, getting Meek, Smith, and Rican in order. And now Riverside in the top of the 7th will have to start with hitters 8 and 9. And then to the top of the lineup. 9-4 Audubon. Carson Wessel will lead things off for the Wheelers. What a great job he's done here tonight. First pitch, and he rips it into left field on a liner for a base hit. And Wessel now 2 for 4 on the evening. He has scored 2 runs. He's reached on an error. Got an RBI base hit. And he has done a solid job on the mound tonight for Audubon. And that is hit number 7 on the evening for the Wheelers. By the way, the line is over for Amdor. It finished in the last inning. Amdor allowed the 9 runs, 6 earned on 6 hits. He walked 3, struck out 5. But 4 wild pitches. Whoop! Alfonso let that one slip out of his hands, and it sailed way over the head of everybody. Will Chamberlain couldn't have caught that one as Wessel moves down to second on the wild one. I don't know, somebody said something. The umpire's barking, looking over the Riverside dugout. The 1-0 now from Alfonso. There's a strike. Good breaking ball on the outside corner. It's even at 1-1. Holton Hansen is 1 for 3. He's reached on an infield single and struck out twice. Riverside just has allowed too many base runners. There's a big swing and a miss by Hansen. 1-2 now from Alfonso. Audubon has been in control, and the weather has been in control. Should I jinx it? The 1-2 pitch and a raking ball, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is second strikeout for Alfonso. One away for Gabe Jensen.
At the bat will be catcher.
It's an official game, so, I mean, if the heavens should open up, they'd pretty much be over. This game would be over because we're hitting in the bottom of the 6th, and Audubon has the lead. But I don't know how close the weather is. It came close last night when we were in Greenfield, man. Let me tell you, that bottom of the 7th inning couldn't go faster. Alfonso throws a breaking ball, and it just misses for ball 1 to Jensen. Gabe is 0 for 1. But he's reached on a fielder's choice. He's reached all 3 times tonight. A fielder's choice, a hit by pitch, and a walk. So he's found a way to get on. The 1-0, that's a little looper on short. Charging hard is Jepson. He's got no play. Jepson was so far back on the infield, he had to run hard on that one. That ball died. Took a couple of small bounces on the grass, and that grass is just eating up the baseball. It's a little bloop infield single for Jensen. So 2 on, 1 out, and here's Mason Steckler.
The bat is Mason Steckler.
9-4 Wheelers with the advantage. Steckler is the only man in the lineup who has not reached base for Audubon. First pitch to Steckler is low for ball 1. For Riverside, it's Martins, Oliver, then top of the order, Jepson, doing the top of the 7th. But right now, Alfonso has got some work to do to get out of this mess. The 1-0. Good breaking ball in there for a called strike. 1-1 now to Steckler, a .235 hitter. He has struck out twice and grounded to second. Audubon in control. 9-4, the 1-1. Swing, and that's line to the screen. And now 1-2. Steckler, a good contributor in basketball for Audubon. I mean, some of these names are just the same. I've seen him play basketball. I've seen him play football, run track. Same thing on both sides, really, for Riverside. Just not been their year for baseball, Riverside, for both of them, really. I mean, they both had great football seasons. Although Audubon is 8-man, Riverside not. Audubon, one of the reasons they left the WIC is because they're the only 8-man team in the conference. Alfonso missed badly with that one way up high on a breaking pitch. It's 2-2 to Steckler. Riverside a playoff team, Audubon a playoff team. Just missing out on a chance to go to the Dome to the Wheelers, losing up in Remsen St. Mary's. We were up there for that one. 2-2, and that's skied into straightaway right and shallow, but coming on is Doyle, and he will make the catch. And there's 2 outs in the 6th. Runners have to stay put. That'll bring on Obrecht. So Alfonso trying to keep the Wheelers off the board. They're threatening. Obrecht, though, a dangerous hitter in the 7 spot. He's second of the team in RBIs behind Wessel. Obrecht does not have an official at bat tonight. The skies are getting a little darker. So I don't know if stuff is moving in or not. First pitch up high for ball 1. Obrecht has been hit by a pitch. He's walked twice, and he's scored twice. The 1-0 from Alfonso. There's a strike on the inside corner, and it's even at 1-1. Gonna have to check the radar to see what we got. What would we have done today without phones? I just can't imagine. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses. 2-1. There's a lot of stuff to the north, but I think we're going to be okay. Knock on whatever that table is made of. Knock on plastic. Can I knock on plastic? 2-1 pitch, and that's a chopper. Takes a weird hop at third, but all that Amdor has to do is just wait for the runner, and then he stopped. Was trying to get in a rundown was Wessel, But Hamdor just got back to the bag to get the force play, and that will retire the side. Wheelers finally come up empty. No runs, 2 hits, and they leave 2. Last call for the Bulldogs. We go to the 7th. 9-4 Audubon. Back after this here on KSOM.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
High school baseball on KSOM.
And the first pitch to Dane Martins, and he rips it right back up the middle for a base hit for the Bulldogs. 9-4. Audubon with the lead. Kellen Oliver now will stand in the 9-hitter, with Martins getting the 5th hit of the night for Riverside. Keep their hopes alive. First pitch to Oliver, swing and a miss for strike 1. So trying to finish this one off is Wessel. Breaking ball fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-2. Oliver is 0 for 1. He's reached on an error, walked, scored a run. Riverside down by 5. That one's in the dirt, skips away from Jensen, and down to second goes Martins. Wild pitch for Wessel. He's over 90 now. Head coach Eric Borkowski just told Wessel, worry about the guy in the box. Wessel, Oliver drills one in the line to right. That's going to be a base hit for Oliver. Stopping at third was Martins. He was afraid that maybe Kiergaard at second could catch it. And Riverside trying not to go quietly here. The 8 and 9 hitters both get base hits. Top of the lineup and Cole Jepson. The tying run is still in the dugout right now for Riverside. Jepson is 1 for 3. He scored twice. And he bounces one to second. Drop by Kiergaard. Recovers. Throws to first. And in time, but a run comes in as Martin scores. And now Dolly is singing somewhere. It's 9-5. It'll be an RBI ground out. Good. No panic by Kiergaard. Down to second goes Oliver. He stopped the ball. It was just kind of lying there on the dirt, then able to recover and get the out. One away, swing and a miss by Fenner. 0-1 to Owen. The lead has been cut to 4. Fenner, an RBI double in the third. He's 1 for 3. Reaches forward and a swing and a miss for strike 2. Wessel now a couple away from 100 pitches on the night. He's working quickly. The 0-2. Fenner drills one in the air to left, but it'll hang up in the air for Steckler, who makes the catch for out number 2. The ball gets away on the infield, but that's over by third base. And there's no chance for Oliver to advance. But 2 away, and here is Alfonso. 9-5. Audubon with the lead. And the best hitter for Riverside at the dish. From the left side, Alfonso 1 for 2 tonight. A .394 hitter. First pitch. And a sky-high fly ball into right. Coming over is Hermanson. And he makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Audubon wins it by a final of 9-5. Big win for the Wheelers as they go to 5-9 on the season. They won 4 in a row. Riverside falls to 2-11, and they split the season series this year. Once again, the final score: Audubon, Dolly Parton's Riverside, 9-5. We're back after this to wrap this one up here on KSOM.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Of the free after-season planning inspection from Vetter Equipment, your Case IH dealer in Audubon. That's right, free. And the best part, you don't even have to bring it in. We come to your farm. Plus, get 10% off all parts and labor during this limited time special. Call 712-563-4219 today to schedule your planner appointment. But hurry, this offer ends June 30th. Vetter Equipment, celebrating 50 years as your local Case IH dealer.
For all of life's healthcare transitions, Atlantic Specialty Care is committed to providing quality skilled nursing and long-term care. Atlantic Specialty Care, 243-3952. Truly a place to call home.
Menards Distribution is hiring part-time. Great job, great benefits, and competitive wages. Apply in person at Menards Distribution in Shelby or online at menards.com.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all.
To take their 4th game in a row, the final score was 9-5, and a great pitching performance by Carson Wessel here tonight. He ends up giving up 5 runs, and let's see, of those 5 runs, 3 will be earned this evening on a total of 6 hits. For Carson Wessel, he ends up striking out 8. He did walk a total of 2 base runners for Audubon. The line totals in the ball game for Riverside: 5 runs on 6 hits. They commit 3 errors, then they leave 3. Audubon 9 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and they leave 7. Wessel, the winning pitcher, at 2-2. Peyton Amdor takes the loss at 0-1. Time of the ball game is 1 hour and 41 minutes. Audubon. Well, they scored first in the bottom of the first when Schultes reached on an error, later scored on a wild pitch. Peyton Amdor threw 2 more wild pitches in the second to score runs, plus an RBI fielder's choice by Ryan Hermanson. Riverside got 2 in the top of the third on an RBI double by Owen Fenner and an RBI single by Victor Alfonso. Back came Audubon as Wessel reached on an error to start that inning. He later scored on another wild pitch. There was a walk. There were 2 walks in that inning. An RBI infield single by Ryan Hermanson. In the 4th inning again, Audubon kept the pressure on. This time they got their bats going with 1-out single by Schultes, an RBI hit by Wessel, a single by Hansen, and in the process, an error allowed Wessel to score a run there. And then in the 5th, an RBI base hit by Aiden Kiergaard to plate another. And Dolly is singing 9-5. Audubon gets the win here tonight in Audubon on their home turf. Once again, the line totals for Riverside: 5 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, they leave 3. Wheelers: 9 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, they leave 7. Wessel, the winner, 2-2. Amdor takes the loss 0-1. Time is 1 hour and 41 minutes. Riverside falls to 2-11 on the season. Audubon goes to 5-9. Weird. 5-9, and they win 9-5. Baseball is funny that way. Thursday night, we head to Harlan. A big Hawkeye 10 showdown as the Cyclones host their rivals, Lewis Central. That's a 7 o'clock first pitch. All the action here on KSOM. Want to thank Michael Sherpak of the Plush KSOM Studios. Thanks to Bill Salute. Thanks to Fletcher Toft doing our video tonight, powered by Nishtanet. This is Chris Varney signing off from Audubon High School, reminding you the final score, Audubon 9, Riverside 5.